Hello there and welcome back. In this video I want to offer the ultimate guide for spotting the rarest skins in Apex Legends up to now. So I have three items or three requirements that make a skin rare. They are the first one being that it has been released during a limited period of time, so players have a certain amount of days to get hands on this skin. Second of all, it would be how early it was released in the game. So most of these skins would have been released in Season 1, Season 0 and Season 1. And then my third requirement to make a skin rare, like properly, would be the amount of players that got hands on that skin. So these requirements will be embodied in the skins that I'm going to show, and I will go back to the first item, a limited period of time, because that defines one of the skins. So without any further ado, let's have a look. I have put all of my guns, all of my weapons in with this cosmetic, so I can show something that the game has done. Apex Legends has beautifully organized the recolor of all the recolors that have been released. So if you go and see this skin here, is because this is the very first recolor in the game. So for the Flatline, I'm going to equip this one. This would be the rarest skin for the Flatline, the Death Rattle, the rarest recolor. Why is it so rare? Because it's not available in the store. What makes it rarer than one of these? This is a base skin that anyone without coins or crafting parts would be unable to unlock at this very moment. But these recolors have been released during a limited period of time. So for the Flatline, we have the Death Rattle. However, for this specific weapon, I'm afraid I have to break it up to you, but this is not, in my opinion, not the rarest. The rarest skin is the following I'm going to show on the screen, is the Flatline Goldmine Gremlin. This skin was available during Season 1, a Season 1 event. So the Season 1, we had all the dinosaurs and all. It went out for a price of 1,000 Apex coins. It is an epic skin. Why do I classify it as the rarest skin for the Flatline? Because this skin was released during an event, a unique event that is not likely to come back if you compare this Season 1 dinosaur theme event compared to, let's say, Halloween or Christmas event, which has cosmetics that are very likely to come back, because Halloween and Christmas is something we have every year, whereas this dinosaur theme, we have no idea. It is definitely a unique event that is not likely to come back. So if I were to choose between the Death Rattle and this epic skin, even though the Red Death Rattle is a legendary weapon and this is an epic weapon, the Goldmine Gremlin is not very likely to come down the road. The Death Rattle is likely to come back after 1 year or 2 years when Apex Legends start dying out. Let's say probably in 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. The recolors are, let's say, likely to come back. They're quite likely to come back because they just put it in the store. But this skin was released during a unique event, and this event is not likely to come back at all. So that's my rarest skin for the Flatline defined here. The next weapon is the G7. So the G7 again, the first recolor would be Hidden Agenda, and this would be the rarest, finest skin for the rarest and oldest skin for the G7 Scout. A beautiful skin, and this skin one of these base skins will be getting a recolor very soon. Just a heads up. So that will be it. It will be the hidden agenda. Later I'm going to jump into the firing range and show them a bit more. Then we will move on to the Hemlok. So the first recolor and the oldest would be the Intensifier. So here we are. Not one of my favorites. So a rare skin, extremely rare skin, is not necessarily the most beautiful skin. So that's just my opinion. So that's the Intensifier. Then we move on to the R301. The R301, the first recolor and oldest is the Pale Moonlight. Which is this one. Really nice skin, really nice design. The recolor is basic, it's just this color here was replaced, and that was it. The next one, even though the Havoc was not released with the game, the Havoc came a bit later. For the Havoc, it would be the Entangler. This would be the rarest skin for the Havoc, and something for you guys to notice is that the Havoc only has 2 base skins that you can unlock at the moment. These 2 were with the Battle Pass, so only 2 skins. So only the Havoc and the Mastiff have 2 base skins, which makes me wonder if the developers, the designers, run out of ideas for these 2 weapons. But yeah, this would be, the Entangler would be the rarest skin for the Havoc. Now, let's jump to the Alternator. The Placebo Effect would be the rarest skin for the Alternator. This skin is I think is the only recolor that has been available twice in the store. It came out once. I didn't get it in the first chance, and I got it in the second round. So this is the rarest recolor for the Alternator, the Placebo Effect. Next, we have the Prowler. So for the Prowler, this is my first recolor here, but this is not the first recolor for the Prowler. The first recolor for the Prowler is the one that you're going to see now, is Total Eclipse. It's a recolor. It came out like the second week of the game. It came out for a total of 6,500 Apex tokens, and you needed a Space Walker. You needed this skin to buy it. So, and this is the second recolor. This one came out in June, I think the second or third week of June. So the rarest for the Prowler is Total Eclipse. Now we move on to the R99. First recolor for the R99 is Magnum Opus, which is this one here. Not the best design, as many people don't like this iron sight, but then again, this is the rarest for the R99. Now we move to the Devotion. So my first recolor here is Bunny Hopper, but this is not the rarest skin for the Devotion. The rarest is the following, the Fast Track. It came out for 10,500 Apex tokens, and you needed Nitro Custom, which is this one here. And yeah, it was released at the very beginning of the game, and that is the rarest for the Devotion. Now for the Spitfire, we've got Ground Control, first recolor for the Spitfire. A really nice one, because I loved using this skin. This is the one you needed, the Flying Warhawk. I loved using this skin a lot when the game came out, and then when the recolor came out, so I had 2 variants of the same design that I liked. So it was nice to get it back then. The rarest skin for the L-Star is the Blue Giant, is the very first recolor for it. So I'm gonna equip it, but it's not under the rarest ones, as it was not released in Season 0 or 1. Then we have the Longbow. The Longbow had this skin classified as one of the rarest ones, but it came out again during the last Valentine event, so it's no longer a extremely rare one. So now the rarest skin for the Longbow is the first recolor, which is the Trailblazer. Trailblazer. So it's this one, rarest skin for the Longbow. Alright, let's move on. Next we have Kraber, very first recolor, the SOS. Nice colors there. Now let's move on to the triple take. First and oldest recolor, the Sea Stalker. I used to love this design of the triple take, to use it back in season 0 and 1. It was nice to use like this grass here. It felt nice. Felt like camouflage. The charge rifle, it didn't come out in season 0 or 1, and it doesn't even have a recolor yet, so I'm gonna skip it. Then we have the Sentinel, it doesn't count and it doesn't have a recolor yet. Shotguns, first recolor ever for the EVA 8 is Prime Time. This one here, not a favorite of mine at all. I think the colors are not that nice, but this is the rarest skin for the EVA 8. Then we have Mastiff. Final boss is the rarest skin for the Mastiff, and for the Mozambique is Dragon Slayer. So this one here. Then we have the Peacekeeper. It's Clean Breach, another skin that is not quite a favorite of mine. I don't like the colors on it, but this is the rarest one for the Peacekeeper. Okay. Now, finally, we finish with the pistols. Payback, very first recolor for the RE45. I like this. I love this design of the weapon. For the P2020 is Madden Mayhem, rarest skin for this weapon. And last but not least, the Windman, and we have the Dismantler. Very first recolor for the Windman, and making it the oldest recolor for it. So I will finish the video by showcasing the skins at the firing range. First we have Mozambique. Then we have the Peacekeeper. The right. RE45. P2020. So this one is Madden Mayhem. R301. R99. Some shiny pattern there. Then we have the Alternator. The 7 Scout. Spitfire. The Hemlok. So the Flatline, so this is the legendary that I have. I don't have the epic one that I mentioned, the Gold Mine Gremlin. So the Longbow. Triple take. It's got 3 big bullets on the side. It's quite nice stuff. Kraber. Mastiff. Havoc. Alright guys, I hope you've liked the video. Please subscribe. In the next video I'm going to cover all the rarest skins for Legends. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much and take care.